guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna do sort of a Q&A, what I'm eating type video. I haven't done a Q&A with you guys in quite some time. I think we were actually in the other house last time I did a Q&A, which is over four months ago. So I'm excited to share these questions and answers with you today. I'm also just gonna take some time throughout the day to film this. That way you can see what I'm eating for breakfast, which I actually just showed you, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. What I'm eating for lunch, I probably won't be filming this video by the time it's dinner because I gotta get the kids from school, and then it's just a big whirlwind once they're here. So yeah, I'm excited to share this video with you. I know I haven't been sticking to my routine of posting exactly on a specific day every single week. Life's just been really busy. We have a lot going on and I love it. And yeah, I'm just trying to keep my priorities straight. Obviously you guys are a priority in my life, but my family comes first and some other things. And so I'm doing my best to get these videos out to you guys. I'm also ramping up my blog and doing more recipes over there. I'm really excited to get back into blogging. I kind of started out that way. Like I started this whole thing, Healthy Vegan Mama, or really at the time it was Hungry Vegan Mama, but this whole thing really started as a way for me to share with you what I was eating and these quick, easy meals I've just been able to throw together that have helped keep me consistent with healthy eating. And it's just turned into kind of this influencer thing, if you will, and I absolutely love it. I feel so blessed that I get to do this as my job. But I'm realizing what I kind of prefer a little bit more and what I enjoy. I don't want to say prefer, but what I really enjoy, and that is the blogging side of this and really sharing more recipes with you guys. I also love doing YouTube, absolutely. But like I said, we've just been busy. On top of that, school and, adjusting to third grade has been a lot. I say that like I'm in third grade. It feels like it sometimes. But no, with my kids, just adjusting to a new school year, third grade, first grade, things are different than they were last year. So just, working on a routine after school, and on the weekends we have sports. So I'm just trying to juggle everything and enjoy my life and keep my family first, and also, though, keep you guys informed of things. So thank you for your patience, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So these oat bars that I'm eating, I have been making a lot on the weekends. You guys know I'm not like a huge meal prepper and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with meal prepping. I think it's great, and it's a great way to keep you consistent with eating healthy and sticking to it. It just overwhelms me, like the thought of meal prepping or taking like a couple hours on the weekend, which honestly right now I can't even seem to find time to wash our clothes. But yeah, just meal prepping in general seems overwhelming to me, and I don't like to do anything that is overwhelming. So I try to find an easier route. That's how I came up with my pantry chef meals and just throwing things together really quick on the fly. However, I have been making these on Sunday, and I shared actually in a reel or a TikTok or an idea pin, whatever you want to call it. All these different platforms call them something different. But I shared a short, quick video of how I make these. So I'll go ahead and link that in the description if you want that recipe. I'll link it to my blog because I actually put these on the blog. They're so good. But it makes breakfast time super easy for me. These have been great because I can just go grab them out the refrigerator, because I make a big pan, and obviously I'm not eating that whole pan all at once. So I save this to pick on throughout the week. So I get home, I start working, and when I get hungry, I just go get a couple squares of this. Now I have eaten probably already 3 of these for breakfast, but yeah, it's just made breakfast time easy and smooth for me, and it's just what I need right now. All right, so let's move on to the questions that you guys had for me. This first one is a really good one. Not that they all aren't great questions, but I think this could be really useful to a lot of people. And the question is, how do you lose weight when you have a stationary job? This person says that they have like 20 pounds to lose, and apparently it's real difficult for them because their job is stationary, and I totally get that. The good news is that you don't have to be active to lose weight. Now, should you be active? Absolutely, because it has so much to do with your actual overall health. But to lose weight, there's been tons of studies and proven people, that have lost weight and they weren't very active. What you put in your body, the food that you eat, how you nourish yourself, that has so much to do with maintaining weight or weight loss or weight gain. And so the good news for you is that if you have these 20 pounds to lose and you're finding it hard to be very active, there's still lots of hope. Because again, what you put in your body has a lot to do, mostly has to do with how you look. So I would make sure that your food is awesome, that you are staying consistent with eating healthy. Again, if you find yourself, with a job where you're stationary a lot, that's okay. You still can lose weight. Now, one thing you could do just to kind of keep in mind, because you do have such a stationary job and it is important to be as active as possible, you can maybe try to take breaks throughout the day, walk around the office building once every 30 minutes or once every hour. I'm not sure what kind of job you have or if you're even able to do things like this, but these small little bitty things add up. As they do in every aspect of life. So take a walk around the building, once every hour. Instead of using the elevator, use the stairs if you can. I know some people, when I used to work in a cubicle in an office, would have like those bicycle pedals, that you can put under your desk. I mean, I know it's not equivalent to actually riding a bike. I mean, that's different, but you're still moving your body, so you can do stuff like that. There are ways where you can still be active at work if you have to. You just got to get creative. But as far as weight loss goes, you don't have to be active all the time, most of the time, to lose weight. It really, what really counts is the food that you're putting into your body. Oh, and I do want to add, for me, I lost 50 pounds, and I would say the first 30 pounds, I barely did any activity, because I used to hate being active. I mean, hate is such a strong word, but man, it was something that I did not like. Let's say that. So my first 30 pounds, I really lost with the food that I was putting in my body. Now the rest, once I got around that 20 pound, 25 pound mark, 30 pound mark of weight that I lost, I had so much energy. I wanted to move my body. I wanted to be active. And so it became something that I really enjoyed. And I found time in my day to do it. But, I'm a perfect example, in me, and there's so many other people that didn't have to, be active to lose weight. And again, I'm not saying don't be active. It is crucial for your health and wellness to be active at least 30, honestly, I think about 45 minutes a day. But for weight loss, it's not really necessary. All right, next question is, are you happy in your new home? I know you're still moving into your new home, but you hardly post any videos in your new house. We were talking about this last night. We love this house so much more than we loved our other home. This property is amazing. The house itself just fits our family better. But it's not really my style, the inside of it, and I think that's why I don't share a lot, is just because there's so many changes that I want to do to it that I'm just not there yet, and I'm not super proud of that kitchen. I am very thankful to even have, this kitchen, but yeah, I'm not as, it's just not on my mind all the time to like show my house because it's just not the way I want it. But we are remodeling, and before we start that process, I do plan on giving you guys like a little bit of a tour to let you see the inside before we completely change it up. It's gonna be so great. But I will show you this, my fireplace. Some people might love it. It's just, again, it's not my style. I went ahead and decorated it for Halloween, like on September 1st. I was so excited to cover this bad boy up. So on September 1st, we went ahead, here, let me flip this around. We went ahead and decorated it just to kind of get in the Halloween spirit. But yeah, this wavy action going on, this like plastic, this is plastic. Oh, I've had that confirmed. It's just not my thing. There's a lot that isn't my favorite in this house, and it's just why I'm not sharing. But I do love it. I do love it, and it works great for us. And yeah, anyway, there you go. All right, the next question is plant-based sweets that I like to eat. Oh man, there are quite a bunch, and I will go ahead and link them all for you in the description box. But I would say probably my favorite would be the chocolate chip cookie dough recipe that I have. I have videos on that here on YouTube. I actually have like a chocolate hummus here on YouTube. But I find I don't really crave sweets a lot, and that's because I don't deprive myself of sweets. I eat lots of fruit, which really satisfies that sweet tooth that I have, that we all have, I think we all have a sweet tooth to get us to eat fruit. It's something that our body needs. But things like, for instance, what I had for breakfast, those oat bars, those were sweet. I love my bran flakes. I put a lot of fruit in my bran flakes, and that kind of satisfies the sweet feeling that I need. So what I'm trying to say is I don't deprive myself of sweets, and I do for many times eat meals that are sweet. So I don't find that I'm craving things like cakes and cookies, not that you are, but even healthy ones. Like I'm just not really seeking those things out. So I don't eat them too much, like healthy plant-based cookies or muffins or what have you. But there are moments when I do want that, and I will share those with you down below. I also have some videos on how I eat those things when I am craving them, to where it's not like throwing me out of a calorie deficit or putting me in a calorie surplus consistently, throughout the week, where I might gain weight or things like that. So anyway, I will post those videos on how I go about eating things like my chocolate chip cookie dough, and banana bread, chocolate chip banana bread, if ever I make that. I think those are really helpful. Those videos are called Desserts for Weight Loss. And again, I will go ahead and link them below for you. All right, so I'm gonna take a little small break from answering questions to make lunch. And what I'm having today, I've been eating this a lot. I eat a whole thing of this butter lettuce. I absolutely love it. I'm obsessed with it. So I'm eating a whole container of this, and then I'm cooking up some chickpea pasta. Now, I don't eat chickpea pasta for any specific reason. I do love that it has more protein than regular pasta, but I will eat white pasta sometimes, whole wheat pasta. Obviously, white pasta doesn't really have much nutritional value, but if I have it, I'll eat it. But today I'm doing chickpea pasta. So I'm doing that on top of this gigantic bowl of lettuce that I will have. And then I have made this salad dressing that I have been obsessed with lately. I actually today posted a reel over on Instagram on how to make it. And I will link that blog post for you in the description if you want to check it out. It's really delicious. It's actually just my healthy vegan mama dressing with a little bit of maple syrup in there and some PB2 powder to kind of add to the volume of the amount that you get for this one serving. So it's pretty awesome. So the next question that I had gotten was, do I meal prep on the weekends? If so, what does that look like? I choose not to meal prep on the weekends. I kind of talked about this a little bit. For me, meal prepping is overwhelming. And you know, this lifestyle that I live has to be sustainable for me. If meal prepping for you is sustainable and something that helps you out, I 100% recommend it. But I really don't do much meal prepping because I, again, feel like it's so much for me to take a couple hours aside on the weekend to cook all these meals to have for the week. And it's honestly unnecessary for me because I do what's called, I'm what I like to call a pantry chef. And so I keep all of my staple foods in stock all the time. I never run out. So I can quickly, easily grab things and make a meal literally that take 5 or 10 minutes. And I love to keep in stock frozen rice, frozen veggies. I love to pre-cook pasta sometimes, like big batches at night. If I'm making like pasta right now, sometimes I'll just make 2 boxes, you know, and I'll have a little bit for my meal and the rest I'll put away for the rest of the week. But I'm not a big meal prepper. Now I will say this, I do meal prep some things, but it's not really meals. It's things like salad dressings or really my healthy vegan mama cheese sauce, which is linked in the description for you. But yeah, you need to do what works for you. So again, if you find meal prepping helps you out, do it. I think that's awesome. But for me, it's not something that I choose to do. I would rather just whip a meal together really quick and then move on with my day. Okay, the next question is, how do I stay disciplined? Well, one of the keys to staying disciplined for me is being prepared. So again, I always keep things in stock, things being my staple food items, potatoes, bananas, lettuce, if that's something that I'm really big into eating, which it is right now. Frozen veggies, frozen rice. I make sure I always have these things. Low sodium soy sauce, tahini and sriracha and hummus. Those things are sauces in hummus that I put on my food all the time to make it taste good. Spices, you know, these things I don't ever run out of. I have videos linked in the description box for you talking about how I grocery shop, how I make that easy. Just how to make sure you are able to whip together a meal really quick when you have to. Another thing that I do is, let's say I'm going to someone's house or I'm going out to eat. I just make sure I eat ahead of time and I eat something with a lot of fiber to keep me full and satisfied, to keep me not craving things that I might see at a party that I don't want to eat. It's about planning ahead and being intentional about what you're eating, when you're eating. And I don't mean when you're eating, like have a specific time throughout the day that you eat. I mean when you're eating, meaning if you know that there's a party coming up you're gonna be going to, you know, I eat ahead of time. So stuff like that. So it's all about, again, being prepared and being intentional. Now, does that mean I'm perfect? Absolutely not. I mean, I was packing my son's lunch last night and he loves these new little cheeses that are plant-based. Let me show you. These little Baby Bell cheeses. I'm so glad they came out with these. My son loves these, and so I put 2 of them in his lunch and I ate one myself. Do I normally eat plant-based cheese? No, I don't, but I wanted to taste it. I tasted it, and then I wanted to eat the rest of it. And so I did. But yeah, I mean, nobody's perfect. So have some grace for yourself. But yeah, the key to staying disciplined is to always being prepared and to tell yourself no when temptations come up, you know? But again, it's gonna happen. I am aware, you know, I was aware that I ate that last night. I knew I didn't go crazy with eating yesterday, nor do I ever. And that, you know, a 50-calorie piece of cheese was gonna be okay. but yeah, being prepared and being intentional about your diet is really, at least for me, is the key to staying disciplined. It's a good salad right here. Okay, my alarm's going off to remind me to go pick up my kids right now, so I can probably answer one more question. Let's see what we got here. Someone asked how to not get tired of the same ingredients. I'm struggling. You eat something different. A good thing that I did, because I did get tired, I would say after about 2 years. For me, it took a while. But I thought back to my favorite, standard American food meals, and I found easy ways to make those things. So think about some meals that you would like to eat. Forget about plant-based for a second. Any meal you'd like to eat right now, what meal would that be? And then once you figure that out, think about how you would make that plant-based, how you would make a healthier version of that. Simplify it, make it really easy, and start eating that. That's exactly what I would do. Because here's the deal. Just because you're eating a whole food plant-based diet doesn't mean you get to have like tons of amazing, delicious variety. No, the sky's the limit. You just have to figure out what you want to eat and then just make it healthier. But this question is, where did I get these picture frames behind me? I actually got them at Michael's, really inexpensive. They might have been $10 each, maybe a little bit more. Maybe $10 though. They're awesome, and I will try to find them. I got them about 5-ish years ago. So I'll try to find them and then link them for you in the description. Okay. I'm gonna come sit on my little table area. All right, this next question says, what should I do to stop snacking? Now that is making me think that the snacking has become a problem for you. Maybe you're trying to lose weight. And what I can tell you is if you're hungry, I would definitely recommend eating. And so a good thing, a healthy thing to eat would be to snack on fruit or veggies. I always love to snack on fruit because it's just, I don't know, I usually am more in the mood for fruit than I am for veggies. So that's a really good snack to have. Not only is it full of nutrition and good for your body, it's low in calories compared to some other things out there that people snack on, prepackaged things, nuts. I could go on and on. Now, one thing for me is I'm not a big snacker. I don't typically snack, and that's not because I have this rule that I'm not gonna snack. It's just because I eat a decent amount at my meals. I eat quite a bit of food, and so that is one thing I could tell you. If you find that snacking is becoming a problem for you, make sure you're eating enough at mealtime. Like, take a look at your breakfast and your lunch and your dinner. Are you trying to hold back? Are you scaling back? Are you restricting it all? Make sure you're filling yourself, eating enough fiber, and satisfying your palate to where you're not craving or just wanting to unnecessarily eat in between meals. All right, and the last question I'm gonna do for today is, do I ever just eat fruit for like a meal replacement? I have done this before. It has been when I hit a weight loss plateau, because when we hit plateaus, we just kind of gotta switch things up a bit. Yes, we've hit a plateau because usually what has happened is your body has, you're not in a calorie deficit anymore, because as we lose weight, we require less calories. So usually when someone hits a plateau, they are not in a calorie deficit anymore, so you can switch things up to get back in that calorie deficit. I like to do things like, move my body a little more. Or if I don't want to do that, I eat more potato meals, because potatoes are super satisfying and filling, but lower in calories. Another thing that I've learned from Ryan Adams, who was my weight loss coach over 3 years ago when I first started this whole journey, it was to, for breakfast, eat just fruit. You know, that's a great way to get in a calorie deficit. And sometimes I would do that. Now, I would eat a lot of fruit to fill up my stomach because fruit is one of the lower calorie dense foods out there. So you have to make sure you're eating enough. And but it's great. It's great for, I would say, breakfast. If you find yourself in a weight loss plateau, it's something that you could try. It's full of water and full of fiber and full of nutrition. So sometimes I did that. To answer your question, it was only when I found myself in a weight loss plateau. Or, you know, there may be days where all I want is fruit for breakfast, but it's not something that I do on a consistent basis, to answer your question. There you go. All right, that is it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and stick around. Here on this channel, I just love to show you how you can thrive on a whole foods plant-based diet and eat these amazing foods really easily. And I also love to just give you some tips and tricks on how I was able to get healthy and lose up to 50 pounds of body fat. So if that sounds good to you, again, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'd love to see you stick around. And otherwise, I will see you guys really soon. In the comments, drop some things you'd like to see from me here on this channel. I love to get your input, your ideas. That's always so helpful for me. This has happened once before in another video. Anyway, it's super helpful, and I love to say hi to you guys. So anyway, y'all have a good rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Bye.